Country coach Matthew Fayers. Blue Jays start their regular season this Friday when they host the Platte River Rumble Gold Race. Coach, just give us a preview of the weekend.
Yeah, it's crazy to think that we're already here, season's about to start, and really it's 2 days away, which is crazy to think. It always sneaks up on you. Really excited. I know Jimmy was just talking about being excited to get back in front of the home crowd. Well, that's kind of the name of the game. We're going to be home pretty much the majority of the season, which is definitely going to be an advantage and set the tone really for the year. And so this first meet, we're at home. It's really going to be a prelude to our second meet at home, and ultimately the end goal being the conference meet, which we're also hosting at home. So super excited to set the tone, get out there and see what we're about. This year, for our fans who aren't lucky enough to be on an emailing list, we are doing things a little differently. So be sure to pre-purchase your event pass. That's just going to make everything smooth, and we're really excited to get going.
Good questions.
How much of what you guys have set up from a scheduling standpoint, and then also, the Big East kind of being impressed with the track you guys have kind of built there, is a matter of that versus just kind of circumstances working in the schedule?
Yeah, in terms of the schedule, we had a good thing going. We were pretty similar year in, year out, and we have changed it up. And so I think a little bit of that is just where our team is. I think specifically on the men's team, very young. And so traditionally we have practiced in, what the NBA calls load management. A little less of that. We're going a little old school. We're going to race them. We want these young guys to get some reps, especially at the 8K distance. And so you're going to see a little less of people sitting out and load management this year. And the same on our ladies' side. And so really the big difference is, instead of us going to Missouri this year, we're going to South Dakota State. It's going to be a smaller meet. It's going to set us up nicely for the conference meet. And really the name of the game is to get reps and gain confidence. And I think for us heading into that conference meet, having as much confidence as possible at home, the goal is to surprise some people. We did lose a few people on the men's side. Our ladies' side is solid. We didn't lose anyone. And so I think we're cautiously optimistic for what we're able to achieve. And I think that home field, home course advantage, so to speak, is going to be pivotal in that. And the fact that we get to race twice prior to the conference meet is just a big boon to us.
What's your evaluation, you and Coach Gannon, been of the men's side so far, incorporating obviously a lot of young guys, but guys that you are pretty high on right from the start? You feel like this is a pretty good recruiting class?
Yeah, no, we're certainly, ask me or Coach Gannon in a week, we'll probably have a little bit more information, but so far in training, we've been impressed. I think right now, it's early, we're kind of continuing to get those early practices and reps, and so you don't see maybe as much separation. I think with a lot of sports, regardless if it's cross country or anything else, sometimes those freshmen, they maybe need a result to kind of break out of their shell. And so maybe right now, the freshmen are a little bit more conservative. They don't want to be too big for their boots and not push things. And so maybe there's a little bit of apprehension, and that first race might kick them into that next gear. We did have our scrimmage last Friday, and I think heading into the last couple of reps, we did see some of that confidence that we were talking about build. Owen Merritt specifically, state champ over in Iowa, he got after it. He got after Noah, who's one of our top guys who's redshirted, and it was fun to see him just kind of let that competitive spirit take over. So I think on paper we look good, but as I tell our athletes, the paper doesn't mean anything. So ask me in a week.
Any other questions?
Yeah, I guess considering there's a lot of experience on the women's side, probably more known commodities, but you're also looking for maybe some integral improvements there, I guess, from year to year. What have you seen as far as the early workouts and then the scrimmage that you guys can bank on a little bit going into this first competition?
Yeah, you really hit on it. The two pivotal parts for us making progress year in, year out is to get that additional talent with those freshmen. I think right now Reyna is going to be one of our freshmen from Texas. She'll probably be in our top 5. She's been in our top 3 for a training standpoint. And so anytime you have someone being added to that top 5, well, your points are going to be a little less, which for us is good. Obviously, you've got known commodities in Taylor, Carly, Catherine Soul, Annika. I mean, you go down the list of that senior class, and pretty much all of them will probably be in our top 7 at least, if not our top 10. And so, as you said, you do have a little bit of that known commodity. And so for us, the other side of it is how are they progressing? Is that progression from the summer, from the track season, from a year ago, or for 4 years ago? So for us, this is going to be a good test of that. I think if we can get out of the park, get some confidence going, I think that's going to set us up really well on the women's side. I think all they need is one good result, and they're going to really believe in what they're at, what we've been telling them for years, and what we're capable of. So hopefully this week is that week to show, but you know, it's the first race. We don't necessarily know if everyone and any other teams are racing everyone, if they're holding people back. We've had a little bit of sickness on our part, and so you don't necessarily know what it's going to look like. Maybe we upset some people, maybe we get upset by some people, but we're really excited to see what that women's class is about.
What have you seen from Reyna that makes you project that she might be in your top 3 or top 5 this year?
Yeah, really, from a training standpoint, she's been with those top ladies. So when you're hanging in workouts, that's usually a pretty good cue. Obviously, it's a long season, so you don't want to necessarily to overextend herself early on. And so we're continuing to be careful with just how she's doing, continuing to check in. Obviously, being from Texas, a long way from home, and so making sure that she's not just running well, but happy in life as well. And so, no, I think from these early season workouts, and I mean, not too surprising on our end, she's our fastest recruit ever based on our cross-country times, and so I think this is, usually there is one freshman who's ready to go right away. Last year it was Alexis Leone, year prior Taylor, year prior, and you keep going. There's always been one freshman who's usually been in our top 5, and hopefully we continue that trend over these next few years.
Have you seen that competitiveness enhance her performance the way you noticed it on the guys' side?
Yeah, absolutely.
She gets to the top group.
Yeah, I think it's hard to tell from a freshman standpoint where their mind is at. Are they like, oh, this is less than I was doing in high school, or is this more? I do know it's been a little bit of an adjustment from a training standpoint, not just for her, but I think the biggest thing out of anything is that confidence standpoint. And so for her, that hey, she can hang, and then what does that look like from a race? And I think for both genders this week, that's going to be our strength. It's going to be that pack running, whether that's on the guys' side. Maybe there's not a lot of separation from a 1 through 10. Who knows? On a ladies' side, I think, yeah, that 1 through 3, probably not a lot of separation. How do we get that next level up, if you will? Well, that's going to be our 4 and 5 being a little closer to our 1, 2, 3. And then how is that next group of people moving down as well? So, yeah, I think the beauty is going to be in the pack this week. And, as long as they're not settling and finding comfort in that pack as they're working together, I think that's going to set us up nicely from a strategic standpoint.
Got time for one more. All right, thanks, Matt.
You bet. Thank you.